taking dangers one at a time. Suppose there is only one oncoming car to the left and a child on a bike to the right. Instead of driving between the car and the child, take them one at a time. Slow down and let the car pass. Then move to the left to allow plenty of room before passing the child. Splitting the difference. Sometimes there will be dangers on both sides of the road. For example, there may be parked cars to the right and oncoming cars to the left. In this case, the best thing to do is split the difference. Steer a middle course between the oncoming cars and the parked cars. If one danger is greater than the other, give the most room to the worst danger. Suppose there are oncoming cars to the left of you and a child on a bike to the right. The child is most likely to make a sudden move. Therefore, give him or her a lot of room. It may mean moving closer to the oncoming cars. Allow a cushion for problem drivers. There are certain people to whom you should give a lot of room. Drivers who cannot see you. If someone doesn't notice your vehicle, they might enter your path and cause you to take evasive action to avoid them. People who might have difficulty seeing you include drivers who are at intersections or driveways, where their view is blocked either by other vehicles or bushes, trees, or buildings. Give them space if they need to move forward slightly to see what's coming. Other people who may not see you included drivers who are backing out of parking spaces or driveways. If you are behind a driver backing out, give them room to back up. If there isn't enough room, a slight tap of your horn may be necessary to alert them of your presence. You should also give extra space to pedestrians who may have their faces blocked, maybe from an umbrella or a hat pulled down over their eyes. Try to be aware of your surroundings. Distracted people, even when others can see you. Allow extra room if you think they may be distracted. People who may be distracted include delivery persons, construction workers, children who often run into the street without looking, drivers or people who are talking to each other, taking care of children, or looking at maps. People who may be confused. A person who is confused is very likely to make a move without looking. People who may be confused include tourists, often at complicated intersections, drivers who slow down for what seems to be no apparent reason, drivers looking for a house number, drivers in trouble. If another driver makes a mistake, do what you can to help him or her out. Drivers who need help include someone passing that needs space to move back into or someone who may be forced into your lane by a hazard or obstruction ahead. Allow them into your lane and try to make space for them. Merging and passing. Whenever you enter traffic, make sure you have enough room to enter safely. You have to share space with traffic already on the road and must know how much space you need to merge with traffic. Cross or enter traffic. Pass other cars. Space to cross or enter. Whenever you cross or enter traffic from a full stop, you will need a large enough gap from cars approaching in either direction to get moving from a full stop or to get up to the speed of other vehicles. You need a gap that is about half a block on city streets, about a full block on the highway. When you cross through traffic, you need enough room to get all the way across. Stopping halfway across is only safe when there is a median, center, divider large enough to hold your car. If you are crossing lanes or turning, make sure no cars or people are blocking the path ahead or the path to the side. You don't want to be caught in an intersection with traffic coming at you. Even if you have the green light, don't start crossing if cars are blocking your way. It is against the law to enter an intersection unless there is space to get completely across it. You can receive a citation if you block other traffic. Room to pass. Avoid passing other cars on two-lane roads. It is dangerous. Every time you pass, you increase your chances of having a collision. Ask yourself if the risk is worth the few minutes you will gain. Remember, Whenever you pass another car on a two-lane road, you must enter a lane that belongs to oncoming cars. At highway speeds of 50 to 55 miles per hour, you need a 10 to the 12-second gap in oncoming traffic to pass safely. You must judge whether or not you have enough room to pass whenever you approach an oncoming car, a hill or curve, an intersection, a road obstruction. Oncoming vehicles, at 55 miles per hour you will travel over 800 feet in 10 to 12 seconds. So, will an oncoming vehicle? That means you need over 1,600 feet, or about 1/3 of a mile, to pass safely. It is hard to judge the speed of oncoming vehicles 1/3 of a mile away. They don't seem to be coming as fast as they are. A vehicle that is far enough away generally appears to be standing still. If you can see it moving closer to you, it is probably too close for you to start to pass. Hills or curves, to pass safely, make sure you can see at least 1/3 of a mile down the road. Anytime your vision is blocked due to a curve in the road or a hill, you should assume that there is an oncoming car just out of your line of vision. This means you should only pass if a hill or curve ahead is more than 1/3 of a mile away. Don't drive on the left side of the road when you drive around a curve or over a hill. Even if you are trying to pass someone, wait until the road is straight again before passing. Intersections, don't cross in dangerous areas where another car will enter the road. Such places include crossroads, railroad crossings, and shopping center entrances. While you are passing, the car you are passing blocks your view of people, cars, or a train. Also, a driver turning onto the road into the left lane won't expect to find you in his lane. He or she may not even look your way. Lane restrictions, before you pass. Look ahead for road conditions and traffic that may cause other cars to move over into your lane. You might lose your space for passing because of people or bikers near the road, a narrow bridge, a patch of ice, broken pavement, or something on the road. Space to return, after passing another car. You should not pull back to the right in front of it until you can see the front of it in your rear view mirror. Always signal before passing. Don't pull out to pass unless you know you have enough space to return. Don't count on other drivers making room for you. Never insist on taking the right of way. Signs and markings. Many roads have lane markings that tell you when you cannot see far enough to pass. On a one-lane mountain road, when two vehicles meet on a steep road where neither can pass, the vehicle facing downhill must back up until the vehicle going uphill can pass. The driver going downhill has a greater amount of control when backing up. Be as courteous while driving as you are in other social situations.